The worst mistake I made before starting medical school is scrolling on TikTok and asking for advice online. Forget the dramatic horror stories that you've watched online and listen to what I'm telling you right now. For we are about to bust the 5 massive myths. I'm not judging you for having to go online and scroll and ask for advice on TikTok or checking out the comments. What are the people saying? But here is the truth that I'm about to tell you about the med school. The first one, you will have no social life. What a lie. So, while the volume of information is massive, effective time management will allow you to have a healthy work-life balance. So let's say you treat this like a 9 to 5 job, I guess, if that's what works for you. You will realize that you have enough time to actually make friends, to go out, to touch some grass, exercise regularly, or even cook for yourself. But that's if you manage your time wisely, because if you don't, you're gonna end up not having a good balance, which is gonna make it weigh on one side. So it's either it's gonna be school or it's gonna be playing. And if it's on school, then that means you won't have a social life. And if it's on playing, that means you're gonna that means your grades won't be as good as you want them to be. But the one thing you should know is no, you will not fail. The second one is you have to be a natural genius to be the med student. No, you do not have to be a natural genius. The only thing that you have to do is put in the work, and sometimes it just depends on what works for you. Like for everybody else, some people actually do start studying like a month before the exams and they pass. Some people start studying the night before, which I don't trust the people who say that. But yeah, even if they do, that's none of my business. That's what works for them. And you do not have to be a genius. You just have to put in the work and know what works for you, the study method that you need to do, all of that. Because there are people right now who they are not geniuses at all, but they just put in the work. They are hard workers and they pass because they work hard. So don't look at the next person like, oh, no, don't do that. You have to know, where you stand and know what to work with depending on yourself. So let's say you are someone who forgets things quick. You have to know that, oh, my study technique has to be active recall or whatever, like the Feynman. I don't know some of these techniques. I've never tried them before, but yeah, you just have to know what works for you, because there is no genius. It's just consistency, discipline, and putting in the work. The third one is gonna be everyone is cutthroat and competitive. Not everybody is trying to compete with you or trying to sabotage you and everything. Actually, your classmates are gonna be your helpers on each topic that you don't understand. You are not solo. That's one thing you have to remember, because it's a lot of things that you have to understand. And if you wanna do things solo, I mean, if you can, nobody's forcing you to do things that you don't want to do, but you need to have people around you that you can ask questions, people that can explain things, people that can make it easier for you, because everyone has their other people's mnemonics. Like when you're going to the exam, someone tells you, oh, this is how I grasped this concept. I had to do ABC or whatever. They are gonna help you. Those are your people. Like, don't abandon them. They are the people who are gonna help you, and they are not competing with you. Last but not least, you must use the same resources
As no, I promise, and even it's
as everyone else. No, like I said before, this is like the fourth or third time saying it. But what works for you it might not be the same thing that works for the next person. So you don't have to force yourself on things like flashcards or whatever. People use many different concepts. You're not gonna use the same thing, because like I said before, it's not the same thing that works for you that will work for the next person. Maybe you're gonna use the Anki flashcards better, or you're gonna use the applications better, or you're gonna use YouTube better. It just depends on what you want to use and what works for you, how you grasp concept. Maybe for you, you need to watch something visually so that you can understand. Someone only has to read, someone has to listen to it. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is first of all, you have to know what works for you, what's good for you. How do you function? Anyways, these are the 4 things that I learned after finishing my first year in medical school. In next year will be my second year, so hopefully I'll come back with something else that I can share with you guys. But for now, those are the only things that I have. And I don't think there's anything more important than having people around you, because you're not gonna want to isolate yourself. The stress is too much. You need people to cry with, and doing it solo. So if you guys have any questions, my comment section is right under this video. But before you close the video, you have to like, subscribe, and comment, share, whatever you can do to promote my video. Anything you want to correct, anything you want to add, it's open for everybody. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comments, asking questions and being all interested. And I also don't know what's wrong with my hair, but okay, yeah. So bye.